Marxism is a way of understanding society, economics, and politics that focuses on the struggle between different social classes. It is based on the ideas of Karl Marx, a philosopher and economist, who believed that society is shaped by the conflict between the working class, people who labour for wages, and the ruling class, people who own businesses and control wealth. Marxism argues that the ruling class exploits the working class, and that this inequality will eventually lead to a revolution where the workers take control of the economy and create a fairer society. The ultimate goal of Marxism is to establish a classless society where everyone has equal access to resources and opportunities. Marxism originated in the 19th century through the work of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Together they wrote the Communist Manifesto in 1848, a short book that outlined their ideas about class struggle and revolution. Marx also wrote Das Kapital, a more detailed analysis of how capitalism works and why he believed it would fail. The ideas in these writings were influenced by the Industrial Revolution, a time when factory workers faced harsh conditions while factory owners became very wealthy. Marx and Engels believed that capitalism, the economic system based on private ownership and profit, was unfair and would eventually be replaced by socialism, where resources are shared more equally. There are several types of Marxism, each interpreting Marx's ideas in different ways. Classical Marxism refers to the original ideas of Marx and Engels, which focus on class struggle, the overthrow of capitalism, and the establishment of socialism. Leninism is a type of Marxism developed by Vladimir Lenin, a Russian revolutionary who believed that a political party of workers should lead the revolution. Leninism influenced the creation of communist governments, such as the Soviet Union. Cultural Marxism looks at how ideas, culture, and media reinforce class inequality, arguing that social change also requires challenging cultural norms. Other types, like Western Marxism and Marxist feminism, focus on adapting Marx's ideas to modern contexts, such as analysing race, gender, or environmental issues. These variations show how Marxism has evolved over time to address different aspects of society. One strength of Marxism is its focus on inequality and social justice. It highlights how wealth and power are often concentrated in the hands of a few, leaving many people struggling to meet their basic needs. By pointing out these problems, Marxism has inspired social movements, labour unions, and policies aimed at reducing poverty and improving workers' rights. Another strength is its analysis of how economic systems influence society. Marxism helps people understand how capitalism can create cycles of boom and bust, where the economy grows rapidly, but then crashes, leaving many unemployed. This perspective encourages people to think critically about how wealth is distributed and how societies can become more fair. Despite its influence, Marxism has faced many criticisms. One major criticism is that Marx's predictions about a workers' revolution have not come true in most capitalist countries. Critics argue that capitalism has adapted over time, improving living standards and creating opportunities for many people. Another criticism is that Marxist systems, such as those in the Soviet Union or China, have often led to authoritarian governments where freedoms are limited and economic problems persist. Some critics also argue that Marxism oversimplifies society by focusing too much on class struggle while ignoring other important issues like race, gender, or religion. Finally, others believe that Marxism's ideal of a classless society is unrealistic because people naturally compete and strive for personal success. While Marxism offers one way to address inequality, there are alternative systems and ideas. Capitalism is the system Marx criticised, but supporters argue that it rewards innovation and hard work, creating wealth and opportunities. Social democracy is another alternative that blends capitalism with policies to reduce inequality, such as higher taxes on the wealthy and social programs like healthcare and education. Anarchism rejects all forms of hierarchy, including both capitalism and centralised governments, and focuses on creating small, cooperative communities. Libertarianism emphasises individual freedom and minimal government intervention, arguing that markets and personal responsibility are the best ways to ensure fairness. These alternatives show that while Marxism has influenced many ideas, there are other ways to think about how societies can address inequality and organize resources.